Oh, so Benny can shoot the ball a little bit. Pretty cool to see last night, huh? A little bit more aggressive. Kyle Gaffner is here. I'm Adrian Fedque. Ben Simmons has finally taken the NBA floor as a Philadelphia 76er, and it's awesome.
It's exhilarating. It's so fun to see. I'm glad he played in Utah. It's great to see him out in Vegas. We get to see him. Finally, we don't have to wait all the way to October to see him. It's great to see, man.
Yeah, and, obviously last night was his fourth Summer League game, and we saw a little bit different Ben Simmons, a lot more aggressive, confident in his shot, wasn't hesitating, and it was pretty cool to see. You can definitely tell Brett Brown was in his ear because it was just a completely different Ben Simmons. He wasn't even looking to pass the ball, really.
No, he wasn't. He was looking to take over the game, be the main guy, be that closer, be basically the guy that we drafted at number 1.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to throw this out there. Let's see if you agree with me. Because a lot of people love what they saw last night. But I actually think he makes more of an impact when he facilitates. So I thought he was better as an overall player his first 3 games. He was making more of an impact on the floor. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing you got to think about. When he's passing the ball and using that exceptional vision, the shots that he's setting up for his teammates are higher percentage looks than the ones he was taking last night. So some of the ones he was taking were kind of contested. Some of them too, though, he was, stepping into rhythm because defenders were sagging off. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree with you. I think we get caught up in the aggressiveness and wanting to see him just take over and go shoot, 15 shots a game. But he does get more people involved. He gets closer, much like LeBron does. And people were getting on him in the finals like, you need to take over. I think it's just more sexy for people to score 30 points than, have 15, 10, and 10.
Yeah. Because here's what it is. He needs to find the balance between facilitator and aggressor. Because when he's going to be aggressive, I want to see that late in games, right? When he needs to take over, when the game's on the line. That's when you want to see a little bit more of that aggressiveness, maybe more of that assertiveness. But as the game's kind of flowing, you don't always need to see him take shots. Shit, that vision that he has is exceptional. Those 2 passes he had the other night, the one bounce pass to TJ McConnell along the left baseline. Oh my God. And then the one, he's moving to his right, offhand, back across his body bounce pass. Unfucking believable.
It's exceptional. His vision, I can't just wait to see how much it's progressed over 3 years. If it's this good when he's 19, imagine when he's been in the league a couple years. It's mind-blowing. Yeah. But right, you have to be a closer towards the end of the game, but that comes with maturity.
Yeah, that's true. And he's definitely mature. I can definitely tell that. He's got this swagger about him, and he knows he's not like super cocky, which is a good trait, but he's confident in his ability. He might not be super confident in his jump shot right now, but I think that'll come with time. So, Brett Brown he made an appearance during the Lakers game, talk with the broadcast crew, and he was talking about, wanting to just see him take jump shots. Doesn't matter if they go in or not. Just take them. If they're open, you take that jump shot. And, obviously I wholeheartedly agree with that because over the first couple games, there were instances where he did pass up that wide open jump shot. And when he did, he subsequently turned the ball over or gave it up to a teammate for a worse percentage look. So that's where that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about finding that balance between facilitator and aggressor.
Yeah, you definitely could see that Brett was in his ear, and I would like to see that because I feel like he wants to make every shot. He is just so proficient on his game. He wants to work on his game, and you could see the confidence too. Even in Summer League, he wants to win. He's out there facilitating guys. Even when he doesn't have the ball, he's telling them where to go. That's leadership right there. That's great to see for such a young age. But as a shooter, as you know, even if you're not making them, you just got to keep shooting. That's what shooters do. You just keep pumping them out. So even if he misses, it's all right. It's nice to see. But as you were saying, though, too, it was a little hesitant. It was kind of like a little frustrating to see him pass up the easy shot when he was just kicking it out. So, that's where you could see he was being a little hesitant and not knowing if he was going to be able to make that shot or not. But he's an ambidextrous guy. He can rebound. I mean, it's just so fun to finally see this happening.
Yeah, when that defender's sagging off, he needs to take that jump shot, because what will happen is he's got such a lightning quick first step. You want that defender on him tight, because he can do the sweep through move. He's got the quick little jab step. He's got the quick first step, and then that'll obviously lead to driving lanes where he can take it to the tin or he can distribute to his teammates. So working on that jumper is really key, man, because who's the big man? Zubac for the Lakers, right? There was one instance where Zubac was on the left block, and Simmons was at the 3-point line, and he just let him have the jumper, and he still didn't take it.
And that was going to be my next question towards you. Do you think that's going to happen when the regular season starts? Are these guys just going to crowd the middle and just give him that jump shot? Because as you can see here, he likes to get a lot of ISOs, and he just takes that big athletic body and he just takes over people. He just overpowers people. So, for him being able to work on that ability to take that shot, they're just going to give it to you. But it looks silky smooth. It doesn't look like an ugly shot.
Yeah. He went 1 for 4 in his jumpers in the first half yesterday. But he looked balanced. He looked smooth. The form looked good. The shots just kind of went in and out. They all looked good. They were all online. But to answer your question, yes, they are going to play off of him. They're going to dare him to shoot, and he needs to prove that he can make that jump shot. But you sag off. What did he do against Zubac? He still drove past him, and he found what was it? Was it Luwawu? I forget who it was for the layup, but he still was able to drive the ball past him.
Yeah, he was, and it just this guy is so past his age. It's mind-boggling. Like, could he even be better than LeBron James coming out of high school? I don't know. It just amazes me, this kid's vision and his rebounding ability. And not to knock it. I mean, obviously he's got a great offensive game, but let's not knock his defensive game too. That's pretty polished as well.
Dude, definitely. I don't think it's up to where Brandon Ingram's is. I think Brandon Ingram's a really good defender, but he can definitely defend it a little bit. He obviously uses that length to his advantage.
I felt so bad when he was hitting them shots and they went in and out. I'm like, those should have went down. I'm like, that should have been 6 to 8 points right there on them jumpers.
Yeah. So now there's been comparisons to Magic Johnson, obviously. The division, Magic 6'9", Simmons is 6'10". Obviously, we talked about how people want him to be aggressive and take the ball to the tin, take those jump shots. But in Magic Johnson's rookie year, he only took 12.2 shots per game. He never really took a lot of shots. He wasn't really, that kind of closer type. I mean, he kind of was later in his career. He got more aggressive over time. But I think that's, something some people don't think about sometimes is, he's still only 19. He's going to be 20 when the year starts. There is so much time for him to grow as a player and figure shit out. There are so many impatient people out there already. You're like, after his first 3 games, they're like, well, he's never going to have that aggressiveness. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you got to just let it happen and let him grow. So 12.2 shots per game. So Simmons was taking like 8 or 9 shots per game in Summer League. Obviously, they're only playing 40 minutes a game. So during the regular season, 48 minutes, you're going to maybe see an extra shot or two. So I'm curious to see how many attempts he does have per game. And, someone did laugh at me for the Magic comparison. I was just like, well, fuck you. I don't really care what you have to say. But here's what I will say. Magic shot 53% from the floor during his rookie year. That's something Ben Simmons is not going to do.
No, I think he had more established jumper. And plus, because there weren't one and dones back in the day when Magic Johnson came out. Also, though, I would think Magic maybe didn't take as many shots because he was on the Showtime Lakers, so he had a lot more established team around him. So maybe he didn't need to. He was going to be more of that facilitator instead of that, pure scorer. Yeah. Obviously, Ben, what was that?
That's a good point, yeah.
And obviously, Ben's going to have all the shots he can take because there's not a lot of guys that one can create on this team and or can score. So he can have the ability to take 15 shots a game if he wants to.
Yeah, he took 13 last night. He was 7 of 13 from the floor. Prior to that, he was, I believe, 7 of 25 coming in because there were games he was going 2 of 8, 2 of 9, and I think he went like 3 of 8. So clearly in the stat sheet, obviously not a good percentage, but when you watched him play, you could see the impact that he was making. So it kind of like, for me, it kind of, it was just like, whatever. He shot 2 of 8, but I thought he made an impact on the game.
With his passes. And
yeah.
To get back to the point of people saying he's not going to, what were they were comparing him and saying he doesn't have that killer instinct. That's just the time we live in. People are just so impatient anymore. They expect instant results, and it's so frustrating. And I even sometimes catch myself doing it too.
We all do.
Yeah. So it's like I want to see it too, but you also have to let the kid develop too. So it's like I love seeing him attack it, but just come along slowly. I also love seeing those great passes.
Dude, it was funny. Like people on Twitter, Brandon Ingram's first half, his first game, he had like 10 points. And people were like, oh, the Sixers, they made a mistake. They made a mistake. It's fucking first half at like 20 minutes in his first Summer League game. Like shit, man. It's the same kind of deal when Sam Bradford went 10 for 10 the first half against Green Bay last year in the preseason. All of a sudden, he was the next Drew Brees. Look what the fuck happened. Shut the fuck up, people. God, just let it happen.
Let it develop. And as you know, I was a Brandon Ingram supporter. I wanted him over Ben Simmons, but it's like that's just, again, the world we live in with the social media and jumping down people's throat. And they're just quick to jump on everything. And it's so frustrating. It's like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Just stop.
I hate dealing with people like that, too. It's like, because they think they know all and they don't know goddamn thing.
No, they're the people that look up on the, stats and compare everything. Like, they don't watch the game. They just go off of what other people say or what they see on TV or read in an article.
That's exactly what was going on. Oh, well, he went 2 of 9. That's not good.
And how about all the Lakers fans booing Ben Simmons? I loved it, man. They're just haters. They're just like, oh, look, that could have been our guy, but the Sixers got him. You're all just haters. You wish you had somebody like that because your Mamba's gone.
Yo, that game sucked, by the way. Like in terms of the actual play on the floor, it was terrible.
It was very underwhelming.
Terrible game. But it was very exciting because how electric and raucous the crowd was. And that final 10 seconds was pretty fun to watch. D'Angelo Russell finally looking like he might be making some strides. So hit some clutch shots there at the end. I thought did you see the post-game interview?
Yeah, when he cursed.
Oh, I play like shit.
Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. I was like, dude, what got me, though, he was so cocky over, like, I love the competitiveness, but like, you almost blew the game because you were pointing at your arm, bro. Like, you can't be doing that during the regular season or somebody's going to get on you. Just what a great shot, though, to end the game. Like, those last 2 shots were incredible.
Yeah, they really were. So I blame it all on T.J. McConnell. It's all McConnell's fault. That stupid hair flip he has.
Poor defense, too.
Let's see. What else do we want to talk about Simmons? Oh, well, obviously, one of the things that we're seeing right now, something we've talked about before on the show, but just how much of an impact he makes when he grabs the defensive rebound and he goes the other way. And that first pass he made off the break, where he threaded it between 3 guys. Oh my God. I came everywhere.
That was a great pass, man. He had at least 4 or 5 of those where you're just jaw dropping.
Yeah.
How about the one where he drove, spun out, and then kicked it out to the 3-point line? It's just like incredible vision, man. But he threaded that from almost past half court. That's how far back he was.
Dude. And so he's grabbing the ball and going. So he's either taking it to the hoop, drawing a foul, or he's fighting a teammate for a layup. And we're going to be seeing a lot of this. And this is why you need guys that can run the floor. This is, a perfect example. And then in a half-court setting, you want to fill him with, surround him with shooters. We saw some of this the other game too. Stauskas hit a couple. He also missed a couple shots. So they got to surround him with better shooters. I mean, there were a lot of guys actually missing their jump shots. So Simmons could have actually had a lot more assists than he had.
I'm not going to jump on Stauskas. I think he looked okay because he finished the season pretty strong. He's put on some more weight. Yeah, he made a couple mistakes, but he made up for them on the defensive end. He got a couple steals back. He was playing pretty decent defense, but he needs to become more of a consistent shooter, especially when he was coming out of Michigan. He was like lighting it up. I think he was like 45, 46%, something unbelievable. That's why we traded for him. But I wouldn't give up on him too quick.
I'm not giving up on him, but you're right. The consistency is what I want to see. I want to see more of that. He can definitely shoot the ball. He has that talent. He has that skill set. Just, got to see a little bit more. Let's see. So, yeah, all right. I'll ask this question. Who else is standing out to you? Because I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Christian Wood. Yeah, Christian Wood. But the problem is there a spot for him on the roster?
I don't know, because he's probably going to be a 4, but you can't just ignore what he's doing there. It's incredible. He looks like a completely different player from last year. Like, he was a D-League player. He just looked a little lost. He's bulked up, but he looks a lot more confident out there. You have to give him a contract just for coming off the bench even, but we're so loaded with bigs. Maybe sign and maybe use him as a trade piece.
Yeah, maybe that's how we reach the cap floor. Christian Wood for fucking Devin Booker, baby.
Toss him in. Not saying he's going to be a superstar or anything, but like a toss-in player, and he can shoot the ball. So
yeah, that's what he would be. He would be a toss-in player. All right. Yeah, let's talk about Luwawu, Cabarrot.
Loving what I'm seeing out of him.
Yeah, I do too. It's interesting because his shooting percentage isn't good, but his form looks good. So it's like Ben Simmons. Like Ben Simmons' form looks good, even though his shooting percentage doesn't look great. So that's something to keep an eye on in the future as the years go by. Seeing that, maybe seeing that shooting percentage improve from deep, because when Jared, we talked about, just seconds before we did this show about Jared Bayless. Bayless was a guy that really couldn't shoot when he came into the league, and last year he shot 43% from three. So hopefully Luwawu improves, because he really is a perfect complement. The way he can run the floor, we saw a little bit of that. He did miss a dunk. I thought that was kind of funny. But, he was the one that finished that break when he threaded the needle between three guys. Simmons did. So he has that stroke, but, obviously got to improve on the accuracy, because there was a lot of clinkers on that jump shot.
There was that past game. The games before that, he looked he was hitting some open shots, which was nice to see. He's got quick hands. He's a pretty good defender, and he's a slasher, which is what you need to surround Ben Simmons also with shooters. Guys that are going to be in the right place at the right time to get easy buckets. But Rashawn Holmes says, I loved him last year coming out. He's made a couple boneheaded plays, but he's a high flyer. Somebody you can just toss it up and dunk. So I feel like they're gonna remind me a lot of the 04 Suns. They're gonna be a lot of running and gunning, but we've been very, very stiff on defense, much like the 04 Suns were not. So we're gonna have that offensive octane to go along with that tenacious D too.
I'll tell you what, Rashawn Holmes might be the ugliest player in the NBA. I mean, I don't know who's got him beat, but he's definitely in there in the Hall of Fame with Popeye Jones and Tyrone Hill.
Don't forget Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell's pretty bad too. Apparently he had a big cock though.
Oh, this guy's reading people.
Hey, I those are just the rumors. All right, it's not like I'm looking at the damn thing.
I like the guy though. I like him, but he's another big. And what do you think Smart's actually going to come around here? Do you think him now? What would they do if he and Simmons are on the court? Who's going to handle the ball? Or do you think they switch?
What? Who? Holmes?
No. Sark. Him and Sark.
Oh, Simmons Simmons, whenever Simmons is on the floor, he's handling the ball.
You don't think they're going to let Sark take it up and let them mix and match and go off and on?
No, maybe sometimes, but Simmons needs the ball.
Agreed.
So Sarge, well, when he's in the game and Simmons isn't, sure, let him handle the ball a little bit. But when Simmons is in the game, give him the ball, and that's it. Tell everyone to get the fuck out of the way, and that's.
I want him to be the point forward. That's what I want. I don't want him to start at the 4. So
that's another interesting thing. Brett Brown was talking about the other day was they're going to start him off at point forward, but as he progresses, they're going to move him to point guard. That's interesting that he made it seem like they were two different positions. I mean, I guess they are, but that was pretty interesting to hear him talk about that.
I think he wants to not come out and say and kind of leave it like a hanging question, but I think he knows that he's going to be playing the point guard, point forward.
Well, he was basically making it like two different positions.
I don't know if is it really though? Do you think it is? Two different positions?
I gotta listen to what he said again because I have all the games DVR'd. I'm gonna go back and listen to that. So I will we'll answer that question another time. Because I don't know what he meant by that. Meaning is he guarding different players or what that's about?
Yeah, I'd like to get deeper into that and see what he would mean by that. I'd have to check that out too.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I don't know what else to say other than we kind of covered everything. We have talked about the hesitancy to shoot the ball because there were several examples where he could have pulled up on the break, taking that left wing jumper and he didn't do it. Other instances, he could have stepped into a rhythm jumper. He didn't do it. But then we saw it last night. So, hopefully we keep seeing what we saw last night. When he's open,
take the shot.
Take the shot.
I want to see him extend his range to the 3-point line because there's guys at least 5 foot away from him when he's just at the top of the key or even a little further back. Just take the shot. I want to see you extend your range a little bit. Obviously, he's going to want to get more comfortable with the mid range, but if you're open for a 3, just jack it up, bro.
Yeah, he only took three balls last year. I think that's what the number was. So, I mean, I think as he improves and works in that form and all that, I think that'll come with time. He'll expand his range, so to speak. Because I mean, that happened with Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin shoots that high elbow jumper now. So Griffin couldn't shoot anything past the foul line when he came out of college.
No, he couldn't. He was just a high flyer that couldn't shoot. I give him credit for what he's done while he's been in the league.
Yeah. So, let's see. Anything else you want to talk about? I think we basically covered all bases.
Yeah, I think we hit everything. I'm just excited to see Ben Simmons play with Embiid. The potential of that duo becoming something special because if they don't handle him with baby gloves, which we all know they're going to, dude, we could have maybe even a dynasty, dare I say it, if he goes into his own and he stays healthy like an Ilgauskas. Hopefully he gets the Ilgauskas career with the longevity rather than the Yao Ming career of him lasting, 5-6 years.
Now that's a random name. Zydrunas Ilgauskas. I love it. The randomness. All right, here's what we can do. We can talk about some other guys that have stood out in the Summer League so far. And, well, Chris Dunn is certainly one of them, which I hate that because we're not going to trade for him.
We're not getting him.
It sucks.
We're not getting. Well, I don't know though. Who knows? They do have maybe a Zach LaVine. Maybe we can sweeten the pot. Who knows? I mean, they've got those 3 guards there. I mean, they're probably going to try to ship us Rubio, which I got.
Oh no! Please no. We don't need Rubio. Oh no to Rubio.
But he has been incredible. I know you haven't watched him, so I don't want to ruin anything for you. But he has looked all that he has propped up to be, guys. He should have went higher in the draft. He should have went to Boston. I can't believe they passed on him for Jaylen Brown, who's looked pretty awful, might I say.
Yeah, I got a bunch of games DVR that I got to watch. So I got I got some Chris Dunn games. I got some Bender games. I got some Marquise Chris. I got a little Jaylen Brown. I got everybody. Buddy Hield.
Brown play yet?
Oh, I've seen it obviously against the Sixers. But other than that, I got this. It's the Celtics and Suns from last night. I got that on the DVR. So I didn't get to watch a lot besides the Sixers so far. So, but I got probably 8 to 10 games on the DVR that I'm probably going to watch tonight because I got some free time finally. So
Nice.
Can't wait for that. Your boy Thon Maker lit it up.
He's been looking impressive, man, for, going. I didn't think he was going to go in the top 10, but for what he's been doing, good for you. Everybody had this guy pegged as a career D-leaguer right coming out, not going to be able to make an impact, but wow. Yeah. Incredible. I think he's been averaging a double-double since he's been in there, so what a surprise that has been. Buddy Hield looked pretty awful his first game, but he matched it up with a better game too. I think he scored 21 points in one quarter. He lit it up. Big shot Buddy came back, so he's looking to see a little more comfortable.
I'll have to check that out. I think I got a Pelicans game. I don't. I basically whatever was on NBA TV yesterday. I just recorded all those games, but I'm not watching Bulls Spurs, for instance. I'm not watching those games. I want to see the big guys play. The big names up the top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch basketball, but it's tough to watch some of these teams, Some bad basketball out there. But let's see, who else? Brandon Ingram a little bit. He didn't look good against the Sixers, I'll tell you that. His first field goal didn't come until 5:50 was left in the fourth quarter.
He started to come on later. It looked like he was a little uncomfortable throughout the whole game. Yeah. I don't know if it was just the jitters of the whole number one versus the number two, but he just didn't look comfortable. People were banging him around a bit. But then, his shot started to come on, so maybe that carries over into the next game. But the man is consuming 5,000 calories a day, and he's put on 12 pounds, and he's still only 115 pounds. I mean, Jesus.
Still looks like a shrimp. There's nothing to that, man.
Might have to bump it up to 10,000 calories a day. I mean,
yeah. Well, unfortunately, McDonald's got rid of the McPick 2 for the Big Mac because he needs 8 of those a day.
Man needs to put on some weight to bang with the big boys, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And your boy Jamal Murray hasn't done anything. You haven't really heard about him.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. So yeah, I don't know if I don't think I DVR'd a Denver game. Have they played?
Yeah.
They have? Okay.
It's been Moutier that's been really impressive, but I haven't really heard anything about Jamal Murray, which is surprising.
Yeah, it's summer league though, so you never know. Obviously, you can't judge on a couple of games. I mean, even Chris Dunn, as much as I love him and like him, it's only a couple summer league games. So, but I'm telling you though, him with Tom Thibodeau, oh my God, the way he preaches defense, so that's just going to help him even more. The way he can drive to the tin, slash. I think Chris Dunn has a better jumper too than people think.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So, God damn, and he's got the wingspan. Oh,
they are like our team in the West though. What a great situation to go in with the young talent, and they finally got the coach to go with all that young talent.
Dude, they're in a better spot than we are. They're in a lot better spot.
Oh, 100%. They are. Tom Thibodeau with that talent, though. I mean, it's so exciting to watch. Maybe we'll be facing them in a couple of years in the championship, but they're on the way up. Good for them because they've been bottom feeders for so long. So that was the Bulls' mistake letting Thibodeau go too.
Yeah, that was dumb, but whatever. That's what happens. You lose a couple times in the playoffs, and you get rid of a guy, and you kind of you forget how great he was, and I don't know what the word is, but he was underappreciated, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, a perfect example, right? Because we're talking about trading Okafor and trading Noel. They traded Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins. So if you want to trade a big guy, I'm not saying that you can trade for Andrew Wiggins, but what I'm getting at is, wait for a good offer. Don't just do it just to trade. Because I'm telling you, if you trade Okafor for Brandon Knight, fuck that.
Yeah, we're going to be regretting that. And it could set us back. even further.
Yeah.
All this time we've been, trying to build this team up. But if you do something, you get impatient and just pull the trigger like that, it's going to be regrettable. And I hope he doesn't do that.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy, though. Brandon Knight's only 24. I didn't realize he was that young.
Yeah.
I thought he was like 26 or something. So, yeah, because like all those Nate Bledsoe and I'm not feeling it. I don't know. I would have done it for Dunn. I would have done Okafor for Dunn because that's how high I am on Dunn. I would have done it for Jamal Murray too.
But they don't need big men. That's the problem, that's the predicament we're in. So he's going to have to do some hinky magic and figure something out.
Yeah. All right. That's probably it then now. I mean, we got some couple more minutes there talking about Dunn and all those other guys. Any final thoughts before we go?
Final thoughts. Man, we have touched on everything. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we did.
Do you have any final thoughts? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, Hickey was in attendance yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. All right, I do have a final thought for you.
He's plotting his murder of Brian Colangelo.
Brian Colangelo, do you think he's like mad? Do you think Colangelo is going to sign a big free agent, or do you think he's going to? Do you think? Okay, no, I'm sorry. Hold on.
There's no big free agent left.
Do you think Brett Brown makes it out after this year?
I do. I think he'll be here. I don't know if he's going to be here when they're ready to really, really compete. I don't know yet. It's tough to tell. I mean, I think there's something about Brett Brown, though. And even for Simmons, there's that comfort factor of him knowing his father and stuff. That's what's really helping him out right now. So he's lucky that he knows Ben. But I think they'll, see what they have in Brett Brown. I mean, he is a Spurs guy. So he's under that Greg Popovich tree. I say, let him coach a little bit.
I love Brett Brown. I don't know if he's going to have the pool room like he did with Hinkie. That is what I'm wondering. I don't know if they go, win another 20 games this year. If Colangelo gets impatient and boots him out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It obviously depends on performance and all that. So, I'm curious. I am curious to see what they do with that, like whether they would boot him after this year or not. I think you got to give him another, give him more than just this year.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah, you got to see what he can do when this team's ready to win. So say you make the playoffs a year or two in, and you still think he doesn't really have it, then you can maybe let him go. But yeah, that's like my same thought process with Doug Peterson, because I am by no means a Doug Peterson guy, but at least you have to at least keep him around until Carson Wentz is, ready to be that franchise guy. So
agreed.
So he's going to be here for at least like 3 to 4 years. I am in that minority. I wanted Chip Kelly back.
Oh God.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Yo, people like quickly forget what he did those first 2 years. But whatever. He did well. Now we're getting away from the Sixers, but here's the thing with Chip. He needs to learn how to adjust his tempo, and he needs to learn how to play fast, when to play fast, and when to kind of slow it down. He needs to change the pace because when he came into the NFL, that was like, that was groundbreaking, basically, going fast, playing that tempo. Now a lot of teams are doing it, and defenses are used to it. So you have to figure out how to adjust back. Yeah, and he's got too much of an ego to adjust back. So that's what he needs to do. I think the whole locker room thing I think it's overblown. I mean, I don't know. You got to remember, this guy, when he came to the NFL, he had no prior coaching experience at the pro level. It's a different animal, and he hasn't learned it yet. So I was willing to, give him another year or whatever. I think he's a lot better coach than fucking Doug Peterson, I'll tell you that. So, but I think he's, where he is right now in San Francisco, I think he's kind of fucked because that is a terrible offense. He might be going back to college in a couple of years. That might happen. But I'll say this too. if San Francisco is super, super bad this year, if he can get Deshaun Watson, oh my. That's all I'll say.
We'll have to wait.
Yeah, except the Cleveland Browns are like 10 times worse.
Yeah, they're
So they're trying to tank for Watson, those teams.
oh man, I can't wait for football to start.
Oh my God, it's a month away. I think first Eagles preseason game's like a month from today or something. I don't know, but
August 7th.
it's August 7th. So Sean was lying. Yeah, I forget what I heard or something. Maybe I heard it the other day. I don't even fucking.
You might not be lying. I think it's August 7th.
Okay, well maybe that's the first NFL preseason game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was talking first Eagles preseason.
Oh, I don't know when that is.
I thought they were playing Tampa Bay. So,
Oh.
all right. That's it. I guess that was your final thought. I don't really have any final thoughts. All I know is that Rashawn Holmes, you're definitely in the ugly Hall of Fame, and you're in elite company, pal. So there you go. For Kyle Gaffner, I'm Adrian Fedke. We're out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you got your fix too, because Kyle, he was on vacation last week. We couldn't do a show. So that's it. We're out. Later.
Peace.